Hey guys, it's day 2 of Christmas decorating. I've been pulling some more things out of my storeroom. I'm just finding things as I go. So I've got some pillows, not sure exactly what I'm using in the way of pillows upstairs, but I went ahead and pulled these out. I think today I'm gonna go back in the storeroom and pull out more pillows and see what I have and decide what I wanna do in the way of pillows outside. But I've got my other table runners and stuff that I want to use. I've just got it all on the coffee table here. The things that I want to use for my place setting on my other table upstairs. So I think that's what I want to do now is go start working on that. I want to try to finish upstairs, or maybe not finish it, but get a lot done upstairs so that it looks complete before I start working on this room, because this is going to be, to me, the fun room, because this is the room in the house that I find to be the most cozy, and I'm really looking forward to decorating this one. And like I said, we don't have things on the walls in here yet, so that's going to be part of decorating this whole room. If you're new here and didn't catch my last video, we've just moved into this new house. We're still unpacking and all, so it's been like a couple of months. We're still in the process of moving in, but I had to go ahead and start decorating for Christmas. I'm not sure which one of these table runners I want to use upstairs, so I'm going to take both of them up and just show you. This is how I keep my table runners. I have them on hangers and I hang them in a closet, and so it's so easy whenever I want to decorate a table. I just go look and pick out my table runners. It makes it super easy that way. Oh, and I know what I did want to show you while I'm down here. The other day, I went to the consignment shop and I found this tablecloth. It's so pretty. It is a Ralph Lauren. I love it. And I have this sleigh also, which I thrifted a couple years ago and I've never used, but I really like it. And even though I'm doing a sleigh upstairs, I'm thinking on this table out here, it would be really pretty if I used this tablecloth with this sleigh. And this tablecloth won't fit that table, it's too small, but I can use it as a runner on that table. And the pillows that I'm using down here, which I showed you in my last video, I think will work really well with the table runner. So let me move the green pillow out of the way. So here's the pillows that I'm gonna have outside, and with that tablecloth and then the sleigh out there, I think it'll be really pretty. And I think it'll be something that will make a statement out there where you will see it when you walk in this room through the door. So that's kind of my idea for that. But in the meantime, I wanna go upstairs and get started on this table. So I'm gonna collect a few things to take with me. I've got my placemats that I think I'm gonna use for this table setting, and then I'll come back and get the rest of it later. But let's go upstairs and get started on this. This is what I'm thinking about for the place setting on my main table, which we started working on in the last video. I may bring this up in a little bit and just check it out. But you know how I love everything to be cohesive in the house. And even if things are not exactly the same, I like to make sure that they work together. So for the kitchen table, I'm thinking of using this as the place setting. So these are some plates that I thrifted a couple of years ago and I just love them. I think they have that old world Christmas feel that I'm going for, that very classic, traditional kind of Christmas feel. And then I love these little plates. These are platters from Target that I picked up 4 of because my idea a few years ago was to use these as charger. So that's what I'm thinking, and I love how it has the bow on it. I know this year bows are a big theme, but I've been loving bows for years. I just think that this combination is classic and beautiful. And when I look at this combination with my green that I'm thinking of using on my other table, and of course I have right now the red side of those placemats showing, I think it's all gonna blend together really well. And I pulled these napkins that I'm thinking of using for this place setting, but I love how it just pulls the green out of what I'm doing in the dining room into the kitchen. And again, with my favorite little candy canes, and of course the bows on the candy canes that ties all of this theme together. So I'm gonna take this up and try it out, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get all 4 place settings and bring it up. Let's go to one of my favorite spots in the new house. You haven't been to this spot yet. We're going down this hallway downstairs, coming in this room at the end of the hallway. And this is going to be our exercise room. We haven't really started using it yet. This was full of boxes. I'll show you a clip at some point of what this looked like when we moved in. It was packed with boxes. These are empties that we need to take out. I did get the rowing machine set up and the weights, but we still have the mat and everything else we've got to get set up. And as you see, I have artwork all over the house that we've got to figure out what, if anything, we're going to do with it, where we're going to put it. But I'm showing you right now one of my favorite things before I turn the light on. This closet was just a big empty closet. They actually had some metal shelves that we had this room painted with some other things before we moved into the house. And we had the painters take down the metal shelves. So it just left it to be a big empty closet. It's a mess. So ignore the mess, but see the potential. This is my dish closet. I can't believe I actually have a great space in this house for all of my dishes. I told y'all in my last video that we bought some furniture from the previous owner. So one of the things we bought was his china cabinet. There's nothing organized in here. Everything is just thrown in here. I have all my glassware in here and some of the dishes. This is where, because they're so heavy, I ended up putting my Christmas plates in here. So these are those Christmas platters. So I'm gonna grab these here in a minute, but I wanted to show you this room and show you how I'm gonna get this to be very organized. I started working on it, but this is where I put the dressers that we had bought for our last house in our master closet. They fit perfectly in here. And so I've got all of my napkins. I'm starting to do that, and I have like candles down here, and here's my candles. I'm filling up all the drawers, and then I just put these white shelves in here where I'm stacking dishes. So like I said, everything is very much a mess right now, but I see so much potential in here behind me. I would like to add some shelves all the way across for more dishes. So I've got plans for this room to make it even better. I'm calling it a room because it kind of is. It's a very big closet, and it's so wonderful to be able to have all of my things in one place. And then I'll have like the surface area here where I can play with place settings and all that, because y'all know my favorite thing in the world is doing table settings. And then right out here in this hallway, we have this big closet. So on this side of the closet are shelves. So it's the perfect spot for me to put all of my chargers and everything. And then right here is where I'm keeping all of my table runners and tablecloths and things like that. And I even pulled a couple tree skirts and put in here for now. So yeah, I am loving this, but again, nothing is organized. All I've done so far really is just put things someplace. So one of the things I'm gonna have to do, especially come the new year, is go around and actually organize and put things where they go. We may start doing that in December. Once I get done decorating for Christmas, we'll pick up on getting everything organized. But this just makes me so happy to have this space that everything fits so perfectly. glare, but I hope you can see. This is look 1. So I definitely like the place settings. I like the napkins, but I think I'm gonna try to find a napkin ring, and I'm gonna have to go look in my closet. The sun is not cooperating. There we go. So this is the napkin, and I'm gonna get some napkin rings because I think it would look better if I had it in a napkin ring, maybe just on the side like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but I want to also try this table runner because I'm thinking this table runner might work better because it has like the blue that pulls in from the plates. So I think that might work better, but I want to try it here in a minute. I just wanted to show you in here how I'm trying to be cohesive, like I said. So I kind of want the whole thing to like run through from here into the kitchen. And this is what I have so far in here. So I love the place mats that I have in here. Like I said, I still need to work on the centerpiece of the table, but it's coming together. I'm gonna probably work on it a little bit more today. And then you have not seen yet the Christmas trees. I still need to fluff the top. I fluffed them yesterday, we got them up, but I haven't fluffed anything past where I could reach. I can only reach so far, so you can kind of see in that one, the gap right there is about as far as I could go. But I love how that's looking. The trees are a little too tall, but I'm gonna make it work when I get on a ladder. I think I might bend down that top little piece, and I think once I bend it down, it'll give enough little space that it won't matter. I'm not sure if I'm gonna decorate the trees or not. This year I'm doing everything I can to just be fairly simple with my decor. So it's not so hard on my foot, because if you followed me for a while, you know I have some foot issues, which is why I haven't filmed for like the whole year, because my foot has really been giving me a lot of problems, but hopefully I'm on the upswing of that. I'll talk more about that in another video, but I'm just trying to keep it simple. I do want to decorate the tray behind me, and of course I want to do something on the buffet, but I just want to keep everything simple because everything I put up I have to take down. And I haven't told you yet, but we have projects coming in this house. There's certain things we're going to be doing, and one big project is going to get started soon. We are going to be working on the fireplace, so let me show you. We are going to be redoing the fireplace. When we bought this house, the thing that attracted me to the houses up here was that they were mountain houses, because we're living in the mountains of northern Georgia right now. And this is our retirement home that we bought, so we're very excited about it. But we did have things we wanted to change. I loved that the houses had stone fireplaces. Well, of course, the house we bought does not have a stone fireplace. In fact, our fireplace isn't working right now, which is one of the reasons we have the TV in front of it, because we still have yet to get our TVs hung. But we went to the stone yard the other day and we got some samples. So that's one of the stone samples that we got. And then, let's see, can you see it? No, you can't see it from here. I have another stone sample. I have no idea if we're gonna go with either one of these two stones. We're wanting something more on the neutral side. We're leaning more towards the cream, but I'm thinking that might be a little too bland, so I'm not sure. But it will be mixed because the stones have texture and they'll be different sizes. But this one I think is a little too white and gray for the house and for what we want. And we have other plans coming, other projects that we're gonna be doing. Maybe not for a while, it might even be several years before we get to some of them, like some things we wanna do in the kitchen and so forth. So we wanna make sure that whatever we do is timeless and will last, but that project will be coming soon. And then we're also at some point gonna put beams in the living room, because we have these beautiful vaulted ceilings, and we think it would be highlighted with some beams. And of course, bringing in more wood into this area will make it feel more like a mountain house, because I'm living in the mountains now. I want my house to feel like a mountain house. Here's look one again with the red runners. And now I'm gonna switch it for the plaid ones and see what I like better. And then in the vase, I am gonna put some picks that I have that I think will work great. Like I said, I'm keeping it simple. So I think this year I'm just doing the picks, and I'm gonna leave it at that for the vase. to, again, the sun, but hopefully you can see it enough to kind of decide which you like better. I'm not sure which one I like better. I kind of like this one, but I think I'm gonna sit on it for a while. I'm trying to see, like, I wanna go straight from this table to this one, and let's see what I think. I'm just kind of liking the plaid, like carrying that plaid theme throughout. I think either way it would work, but I am liking the plaid, and I wasn't sure at first if I thought the patterns were too much. So it's kind of a lot of patterns here, but that's kind of one thing that I'm liking or kind of wanting to do in my look this year is that pattern on pattern, because I think it gives that more classic feel that I've been talking about. I do have some solid white and some solid green placemats, and I think I might even have solid red, so I could try something like that too. But for now, I think I'm gonna leave it like this and just sit with it, and I can always change it up if I want to later. I wasn't planning to do anything in the basement living room yet, but Whitney was ready to go ahead and set the Christmas tree up. So I was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Set the Christmas tree up, and then while we were at it, I decided to go ahead and switch out the artwork that was over the fireplace. We had just set that there to see how it would look, so we weren't planning to keep that there. I was thinking I might move it to the back on the opposite wall, and we'll see how it works. I'm not sure size-wise how it was going to work yet, so we went ahead and took that artwork down, and I tried putting the mirror up. But once we got the mirror up, because we weren't hanging it, we were just having it lean against the wall. It didn't look right because it was just reflecting the ceiling fan. And so we decided we didn't like the mirror up there. So we ended up taking that off. Then I remembered that I had another piece of artwork that would work, so I went and got it. I was afraid it was going to be too light, and I really don't like the frame on it. For years, I have been wanting to get it reframed and just never have done it, but I love the artwork, and it's actually kind of a special piece of artwork because it was the first piece of art that Whitney and I bought when we got married. We were living in a little apartment in Houston, Texas, and they had these artists that would put up their work on the side of the road. And I went and I bought it from the artist. It was already framed like that and everything. So I've had it our entire marriage, and I've never wanted to get rid of that piece of art. I actually love it. And it's kind of, in a way, it feels like full circle to me right now because I've always loved the mountains. And now here we are living in the mountains. Decided to go ahead and see about getting the garland up there. I didn't put command strips or anything yet. I just wanted to get it up there and see how I thought it looked. And so far, I'm thinking it looks really nice. the next day. I just have a few things that I want to show you. Yesterday, I could tell my foot was getting the best of me, and I'm really working on trying to manage it and not let it get too bad. So I'm just decorating in spurts. So I decided I had done enough for my spurt yesterday, and I just worked on editing the video that I'm going to try to get out to you later today. But I have been working a little bit on my dining room table, and I wanted to show you because it's all coming together, like I said, little by little. There's still a lot I need to do up here. I didn't get to a few of the things I wanted to do up here yesterday because we ended up doing some of the things downstairs, but it's all good. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you what I've got on my dining room table. The centerpiece is pretty much the same. I will show you one thing that I did to it. But again, I'm still just playing around with that. But what I have worked on is this. So I brought in some candles for the brass candle holders. And then I also brought in my little tea light candles. And then these Christmas trees, which I think they're so beautiful. And I love how they have the bottom, which is brass. So it pulls in the brass from the candlesticks. And I think it ties in the tea light candles that way and makes it work with the crystal and the brass together. And then in one of these bins up here, I found these picks. They just happen to be what was in one of the bins up here. I think they're perfect, and they go so well with my Santa. So that's what I ended up adding right here, and I love it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do the greenery or just the picks, but I like the picks also on the table here around the crystal Christmas tree. I think that's so pretty. I felt like it just added a little bit. If you look at the other side, I haven't added it yet. And this is fine, but I just felt like that was a little plain. And I didn't want to do too much and overdo it, but I thought just adding those couple of picks really brought it out. And so I like that a lot. And it just ties in, I think, the color to my sleigh as well. I also brought up my place setting so that I could try it out and see. I think it looks really good. I think that the gold charger pulls in from the placemats here. So I think that helps it all work together really well by doing those other placemats in the center. And I just really like it. So I only brought up the one place setting. I'm gonna leave it with just the placemats for now, but then when it's time for Christmas Day, I'm gonna go ahead and put all the place settings and dress up the table even more. So I am loving it. Let me know what you think. Is there anything else that you would do to this, or would you just kind of leave it like it is? I still am looking for more of these picks, but now that I'm putting these in, it maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, I really like that with both of those picks. So I think that's what I may end up doing. I just have to find all my stash of stuff. So it's down there in my storeroom somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video now. Thank you so much for joining me today for this video. I'm really enjoying doing my Christmas decorating with you. If you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.